Hello everyone and very warm welcome to today's webinar. My name is Clavin. I work as a developer relations and manage support services for PS PDF Kit and Muhimbi products. In this demo, I will present to you the PDF editor for SharePoint, which will help you streamline document editing within the context of SharePoint itself. So first and foremost, before we talk about the editor, let's talk a little bit about SharePoint. So SharePoint is Microsoft's content management system that helps you organize information, data, or files in a centralized manner. All you need to use SharePoint is a browser. Microsoft also claims that more than 50% of the Fortune 500 companies use SharePoint. Now that we have a high-level understanding of what SharePoint does, let's focus on documents, mainly the PDF documents. So let's take up a scenario. You are planning to edit a PDF document. Unfortunately, SharePoint does not have an inbuilt PDF editor. So what do? You download the documents onto your local computer, edit the documents, and re-upload it. But now, the whole essence of SharePoint has been lost. Wouldn't it be better if we could avoid this hassle? Wouldn't it be awesome if we had something within the context of SharePoint for this purpose? At Muhimbi, we have created a solution for you. And the solution is powered by PS PDF Kit, one of the most advanced editor in the market. What we have done, we have taken this awesome PS PDF Kit viewer and integrated it tightly within the context of SharePoint. That's what we have done. Now, when I say that, understand this. You don't need to download the documents. All the editing will be done within the SharePoint. That means within the browser. So next slide. What are the key benefits? One of the key benefit is that you can edit files within SharePoint itself. Now, when I say that, understand this. Why is this important? First and foremost, you're saving a lot of time and efforts of your end users. If you value time, just one thing, this is a product that you can gift your end users or your employees. Secondly, easy integration with SharePoint. Now we also take care of SharePoint administrators, right? Easy deployment of solution is one of the key reasons people buy a product. We have taken care of that. Also, as a SharePoint admin, one thing comes to my mind. I am on SharePoint 2013 right now. What if I want to upgrade to SharePoint 2016 or SharePoint 2019 or even the subscription edition? Is it supported? Yes, my friends, it is supported. We have a future ready solution for you. Right now, I'll repeat, right now we support all major versions of SharePoint right from 2013 to the subscription edition. Then you have the robust editing capabilities. Now, I told you, we use the most advanced viewer in the market. So all the benefits, all the good things, all the features that PS PDF Kit editor has is packaged also inside this particular product. That is the PDF editor for SharePoint. Finally, enterprise level security. I just can't think of this, right? I download the file onto my local computer. The whole essence of SharePoint is lost. I use a third-party plugin to edit my document. The compliance goes out of the window. With this, you have the enterprise level security because we have tightly integrated with SharePoint. Now let's talk about the demo. So first and foremost, I show you how you can open and edit files within SharePoint itself. I'll show you how you can redact information, how to change the sequence of the documents, how to add annotations, and finally, much more. Okay, I'm going to leave some things for you to see in the demo itself. So first and foremost, I'm here into my SharePoint Central Admin. So we'll look at the converter from the SharePoint admin's perspective. I'm into the system settings and I'll navigate to farm solutions or manage farm solution.
So here, my friends, look at this. It's a single WSP that has been deployed globally. As a SharePoint admin, all you need is just one thing, or two things I can say. One is the DB owner permission, and the second is the SharePoint Farms administrator permission. And this permissions are needed for any other SharePoint solution as well. It's not specific to Muhimbi. But if you have these two permissions, it's just few clicks away and the solution will be deployed. Now, when I say that, the next thing that comes to my mind is license management. So under farm management, I have the Muhimbi PDF editor for SharePoint License Manager as well. How easy it is to apply a license? Copy pasting a single string. That's it. No need for complex PowerShells. No need for importing or exporting files. Just copy paste a string and that's pretty much it. I can just click on save and get out. Next, as a SharePoint admin, another thing that comes to my mind is what are the feature scopes? So I'll go to application management and under web application, I see manage web application link. I'll click on it and firstly, I'll select my SharePoint 80 web application. I'll select it and I'll click on manage features. Web application is the highest level of features. So understand this. You see a feature named as Muhimbi PDF editor for SharePoint and it's active. Understand this. If you enable this feature, all the site collections within the web application will have the editor integrated. Now, if you don't want that, okay, you don't want that. You just want to target a specific site collection. You can deactivate this feature right here. Go to the site collection feature and activate the site collection feature. So we have taken care of the features scope as well. So here, my friends, that's it. From the admin's perspective, easy installation, easy license management, accurate feature scopes. We have taken care of all the basic requirement. Now I'm into a SharePoint site collection. I have a file in here and I have the edit button on the file menu as well as I have the edit button in the context menu. I'll click on the edit PDF button and here, yes, my friends, the viewer opened or the editor opened within the context of SharePoint. I'm going to talk about all the features from left to right, but let's also take a use case as well. So I work in a legal firm or a legal authority as a legal authority, and I have to review this document. Now, when I say that, I need to review it in such a way that I need to highlight some text. I need to add some drawings. I need to add some shapes. I need to add some annotations, long story short. And finally, each and every page that I review, I need to add a signature. So first and foremost, I'll maximize this to a full screen. So the editor is in a full screen mode. Similarly, I can restore it down. We have both the options up there. The first icon that you see at the left is the thumbnails. So here we have thumbnails, which provides you a high level overview of the document. For example, if I want to see an image, I click on page number 3 and the image is there, right? The next option is outline. So outline is the outline of the document. For example, if I want to review the abstract, I can just click there and the abstract will be visible. Next, the annotations. If you have annotations already in your document, it will be visible. If there are no annotations, it will not be visible. So the annotations pane is also there. Next, the bookmarks. If you have bookmarks, understand this, the bookmarks will be visible. If you don't have bookmarks, the bookmarks will not be visible. As of now, I do not have any bookmarks. But the most interesting part is the annotation. So I'll keep the annotations pane open. The next thing is jump to a particular page. So if I want to jump to a particular page in the document, I can use this feature. Yes, I want to jump to page number 5. I can just go there. Then I have the pan, which will help me move the document up or down. Next, let me go back to the first page because I want to start my review as well. Next, what I'll do is that I'll zoom out, right? I'll zoom out. Okay, no, I'll not zoom out. I'll zoom in. So I'll zoom into the document out here. And now, my friends, I can read the abstract. So the abstract tells me it's a mask for aquatic activities, and it comprises of relatively rigid frame carrying at least one transparent lens. Perfect. That looks authentic to me because I've never seen a scuba diving mask with those features, right? Jokes apart, but yeah, it looks okay to me, right? Abstract is fine. So I'm fitting it to a width such that I can read it easy. Perfect. Now I can read it very easily. And now it's time to add some annotations. So I'm going to add a drawing. In my organization, if it's green, then it's good. If it's red, it's not good. I'm drawing the annotation out here. Perfect. The annotation is drawn. So I'll draw a rectangle. And if you look at the left, you see that the annotation pane also comes up. Let's consider that I by mistakenly scribbled out here, right? I want to erase it. I can use the eraser and I can try to erase this particular line. But if I don't want to do that, I can go to the annotations pane and click on delete. Here, my friends, you see, right? You see that the annotation is getting highlighted. So you're never going to delete a wrong annotation. Just understand this. We also provide you what feedback of what you're going to delete. Next, I'll highlight some text using the free form. So let me highlight it. Perfect. So highlighting is done. Next, what I want to do is I have reviewed this page. So I want it's a requirement, right? I need to add a signature onto the page. So let me fit the page and then let me add a signature at the right corner. So I'll click on the signature icon and here, my friends, you see I can draw a signature. I can add an image as a signature. I can type a signature. For this particular demo, I'll just type a signature. So I'll put in Clavin Fernandes and I'll select a color, maybe dark blue, and then I'll select a style and click on done. I can move the annotations around as well. So I'll take this annotation and drag it right where I need it, and then I'll resize it. If you look at the left, okay, you see that this particular image or this particular signature is an image annotation. So next, I can add an image or a stamp as well. I do not have an image or a stamp right now, but you get a gist. You can add them. Yes, this is important. I need to add some notes because I am reviewing the document. I need to provide some feedback to the third party or my fellow co-workers. So I'll say this is good abstract. This is fine. Yeah, this is fine. And then what I can do is I can add some text onto the document as well. Let's say that I want to add a text just above my signature saying that this is reviewed by the best lawyer in town. Okay, so I'm not a lawyer, but a best person in town, that's Clavin Fernandes. Perfect, right? So that's there. And next, I want to add some shapes as well. I can add shapes. I'll add a shape such that the image actually points to the abstract. So it makes sense that the abstract is with reference to the image. Next, I can print. Okay, I can print the file directly from here. Understand this. Okay, the file is not yet saved to SharePoint, but I can still send it to the printer and then I can print it. I do not have any printers as of now, but if you have printers, you can directly print it. Now this is my favorite because this is the document editor. So let's consider that I want to move move the pages around, right? So let's say that the images are there on the first page and they are also there on the second and third. So let me move it to the end. Perfect. So next, let me think of, let me add a cover page as well. So let me add a cover page and let me add it straight in the front. Perfect. Next, what I want to do is I want to import a document. So I'm going to import a document from my desktop. Let's say that the name is patent request. And this looks good to me. Now, next, I think patent request and new page one is actually a duplicate. We don't want two covers, right? So I'll just select them and delete. Oh, okay. I deleted the wrong document or the wrong page from the document. I can click on undo and it's back. So no need to worry if you delete some wrong page. You can click on undo and it's back. Now I'll delete the right one. Done. So the pages are there as I needed and I'll click it on save. Perfect. Save. Okay. Now let me go back to the thumbnails tab. And yeah, the images are also there, and the first page looks good. Now let me think of something. Now somebody from my organization told me that the name of the person is Jack, or I say that then I know that the name of the person is Jack, and I don't want to share his personal information or the PII information with the end user, with my colleagues or with the third party. So I can simply type in Jack, right? I'm typing in Jack, and then I can just select and I can redact the data. So when I say redaction, okay, redaction removes the data from the document. The data is gone. So you can apply redaction using the viewer as well. Similarly, I also see more confidential or PII information. So his address is there. Let me redact that as well. So let me select it and let me apply redaction. I'll click on it and I'll click on apply redaction. Perfect. So the redaction has been applied. Next, I can download this file onto my local computer. Again, the file is not yet saved to SharePoint, but I can create a local copy of it, right? Perfect. It looks good. Redaction is applied. And yeah, the images are in the place. So that's good. So let me just close this file and let me go back to the editor. Now, finally, I'm happy with the changes and I'm going to save it back. So I'll click on save. Understand, when you save, the file is checked out and checked in. Okay, so that's what happens. I'll close the editor and I see that the file is here. So what I can do is let me just quickly click on the file and let me do a final review. Okay, this looks good. Okay, I forgot something. Now let's understand this. I forgot to add a page. And if you didn't have an editor, what would be the case, right? I had to download it again onto my local computer, open the file in a third-party tool, and then edit the document and so. But now I have the editor, so I'm directly into the editor, and I'll click on the document editor option. I'll click on the new page. I'll click on import. I'll select the legal reviews info and click on save. Now here, my friends, this is a form. This is a PDF form, and I can fill in information directly from the browser. So let me fill in some information. So first I'll type in lawyer, Clavin Fernandes, or let's say Clavin, and then I can put in my phone number and then I'll put in my email address. Perfect. So now I'm happy with the changes. I'll click on save changes and the changes are saved to SharePoint. Now that being said, if you have been observing this demo, okay, observing this demo very closely, you would have seen that the file was checked out. And the file was checked out before the editing as well. So the file is checked out. That means it's not available to the end users. And the editor honors the checkout and check-in behavior as well. Now I'm happy with it. So I'm going to check it in. And finally, let me add some comments. Clavin Fernandes review done. Perfect. And I'll click on check in. The file is checked in and the file is available for use in SharePoint. Now, isn't that awesome? But let's not wait here because I think many of the people who have joined this session have the PDF converter for SharePoint. Wouldn't it be nice to extract this data that you see on the screen and update it in these columns? Yes, right? It will give you a high-level overview of the document without actually opening the document. So let's say how we can do that. So we at Muhimbi integrate tightly with other workflow platforms such as Nintex as well as SharePoint Designer. For this demo, I'm going to use the Nintex workflow. So I just clicked on it and I'll click on the workflow and I'll just start it. Okay, we'll review the workflow a little bit later. But here, my friends, you see, the workflow ran and the data is updated in the column. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that awesome? So let's review this workflow. I'm into the Nintex workflow. I'll click on it. And here I see the Nintex. I see the convert document action. Understand this. This is a Muhimbi action. I'll click on configure. And what this does is that it exports the file as an XML. Once I export the file, I can use the query XML and get meaningful data out of the file using XPath, right? I have the meaningful information. I'll go ahead and set the information into SharePoint fields. That's how easy it can be. Now understand this. Muhimbi comes with much more than just exporting fields, right? You can do much more. Like you can do conversion, you can OCR files, you can copy metadata, you can extract using OCR, you can get document properties such as title and XMP data. You can set the document properties as well. You can merge files, you can secure files, you can watermark files. Understand this. This is the PDF converter for SharePoint. And now there will be some of you might be new to the SharePoint converter. If you don't have the SharePoint converter, then what will you do? It's not possible, right? So these two products complement each other. Now, when I say that, we also provide SharePoint Designer Actions. We can also provide you support for K2, and we can also help you with writing code. So if you are a developer, don't be heartbroken. We have a web service which you can invoke and get data in a similar way out of your document. Isn't that awesome? Let's fine tune this workflow. Let me say that let's start it when the item is created or when an item is modified. And I'll click on save. Next, I'll just publish this workflow real quick, real quick. Publishing it. Yeah, it's going. It's published. Perfect. I'll close few tabs because I get myself confused of what is happening on what tab. So just closing them. Yeah, we have one tab. Let me quickly select and let me edit it. Now here, my friends, we are going to see something really awesome. I'm going to update the document, right? Again, Clavin Fernandes. Perhaps let me get rid of Clavin. The phone number is fine, I think, but let me try to change it. Let me select one from the drop down and let me change the email address. So instead of PS/PDF-Kit, I'll put in Muhimbi and I'll click on save. Here, my friends, I've saved the file. I'm closing the document. I'm closing the editor. Workflow is in progress. The fields are already updated. Okay, I'm refreshing it. Yeah, you see? Isn't it awesome? So as soon as you upload the document, the fields will get updated in the SharePoint column because you have an in-text workflow working in the background. Now, again, I assume all of you who are there in this particular demo will agree to one thing. Everyone nowadays in the organization creates PDF forms and they upload it to SharePoint. Wouldn't it be awesome that the user can directly edit the file from SharePoint using the PDF editor for SharePoint Muhimbi product, and then you write a workflow or you write your own code. When I say code, you can write an event listener and get the fields out in these columns. A solution for you right here. Perfect, right? So let's go back to the slides. Perfect. So what did we see? We saw how you can annotate documents using the editor, how you can sign the documents electronically, how you can edit the documents, how you can view forms, how you can fill forms, and how you can redact data. Finally, we also saw how you can combine the PDF editor with the PDF converter for SharePoint. I can say that these two products complement each other. And when you combine the functionality, you can get the most out of both the products. Finally, it's time for questions. So I'll go back to the chat and I'll start answering questions. I'm also putting the contact information out here. So, okay, let me just do it from this slide, from current slide. Perfect. So I think most of the questions have been answered. Okay, I think more all the questions have been answered by Bala, so thank you very much. So just few questions that I want to just see is that, yeah, when will it be available for Office 365? Really, really soon. Okay, that's something that I can tell you. In next 2 months or 3 months. Perhaps this demonstrated, but I want to see receive radio button on off checkbox. Yeah, you can do all of them. PDF forms and add digital signature will be demonstrated later. You can, what is the price? You need to contact sales@muhimbi.com. They'll give you a better idea of pricing. Yes, thank you, Balaz, again for just putting that in. In addition to that, you might also have questions like Clavin. You just went like the wind and when you showed us this particular thing, right? The workflow. So let me do one thing. I can also show you something else. So we have the workflow documented as well. So if you are interested in recreating something like this, you can follow this channel. That is the Muhimbi channel. We have the solution out there. So that's something as well that I wanted to show you during this demonstration. Other than that, do we have more questions? So if there are no more questions, I think that's it. And you guys, all of you guys, if you need any assistance, just go ahead and just reach out to me. Okay, I don't hesitate. I'll be very honest. I like to present stuff and we can tailor solutions for you as well. We can provide you full support for Nintex as well as we can provide you some level of development support as well. So the support link is there, the sales link is, the sales email is there, and the website is there. I really enjoyed delivering the session. So thank you everyone for joining and have a great day. Bye-bye.